So what does a learning designer actually do? And how is it different from an instructional designer, I hear you ask? In today's video, I use the analogy of building a house to explain the steps a learning designer does. I know as educators you've probably heard these words being thrown around in education, especially the last few years. Well, let me explain. But first, who am I? My name is Bianca Raby and I currently describe myself as an educator, author and serial entrepreneur. Last year I actually wrote a book all about learning design. This was because in April 2019 I founded OPEDA, a digital education agency working to raise the bar in online education. So you'd hope I'd have something to say. The challenge is, can I explain it all to you in about 5 minutes? To do the distinction justice between learning designer and instructional designer, I will need more than 1 minute. So check out my dedicated video on this called Learning Designers versus Instructional Designers. There is a big difference. The link is in the description. The very short answer is though, instructional design is more about creating linear learning experiences, mostly used for compliance purposes, or with little to no assessment. It's for situations where there is information that needs to be conveyed. Very top-down. Learning design, on the other hand, is all about crafting an experience based on how people learn both on and offline. It's more grounded in learning theory and less of a top-down approach. Learning designers are just as much curators as they are creators, so they take more ownership for learner engagement. To break down the role of a learning designer, I like to use the analogy of building a house. Step 1. Laying the foundations. For a learning designer, this is the act of creating a course overview or blueprint. This foundational document usually contains the rationale for the course, description of what is covered, learning outcomes and assessments. Step 2. Building the walls. To build the walls of a course, a learning designer will map out the modules and the topics in line with the learning objectives, which of course link to the assessment. Step 3. Decorating the house. We all know how a house can feel so different depending on the interior design. Well, a course is no different. The act of building the learning experience is akin to decorating the house. Learning designers will use a mix of passive learning opportunities, reading or watching a video, with active opportunities like discussion, exploration tasks, knowledge checks, branch scenarios, etc., as well as mixing up the delivery with a variety of modes, text, video, animatics, audios, etc. Step 4. Handing over the keys. Each learning experience has outcomes, just like an architecture or homeowner has a vision for how a house will look and feel. The act of handing over the keys translates to the ability of the learning designer to design effective and constructively aligned assessments. So that is, did the learners achieve the learning outcomes? Or did the house live up to the owner's vision? Make sense? I'd love to hear if this resonates with you, so drop a comment below if you feel called. If you think this sounds like something you would enjoy doing, then make sure you check the description for some helpful links to my book on how to become a learning designer, as well as to OPEDA's Learning Design Practitioner Micro-Credential. If you've enjoyed the video, please be sure to click the like button, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to be notified of new videos. And if you want to hear what I think the top 5 barriers are to transition to e-learning, check out this video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay awesome.